Take two.
Okay, so now we are entering a new phase of Checkmate. This is called the fire starting phase. Now, we have been getting a little bit of brush fires here and there in the industry, some of the current events. Now we intend on setting this bitch ablaze. Um, so as soon as we can get started, and as soon if anyone has information that they would like to get revealed on the show, we will be bringing it to the forefront. If it's legitimate, it has to check out. It has to
I'll get
check
in the
out.
comments.
If it does not check out, then we won't be airing it. Um, so basically, look out. Keep your nose clean and keep looking over your shoulders because we'll be watching you guys, and we're just waiting for content. Okay, who's the first picture we got tonight, SA?
Man, this whatever the hell this is.
So we've got this guy, Adin Ross, and of course, we've got everyone's favorite guy to hate, Charleston White. Um, basically, I heard Charleston do an interview, and he was stating that he had got invited to a few functions by Adin, and Adin was interested in giving him a setup, for a deal with Rumble or whatever network he actually is on. He was going to set Charleston up with a deal, so he had Charleston come out to wherever he was. He flew him out there. Charleston got to know him pretty good. Got the guy calling him Unc and all types of crazy shit. See me when I saw if I would have saw this young man right here, the first thing I would have asked was, okay, why is the "Make America Great Again" hat on your bear? First thing, why is it on the bear? Why is it on the bear? Second thing, why do you have a bear? Okay, why do you have a bear? All right. Now, when I saw the bear, that was a red flag right there. Um, and don't get me wrong, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm cool with the Rico Suave. I'm cool with the too sexy for myself stuff. But bro, man, honestly, man, those little tight stubble beards, they creep me out a little bit. Either grow it or cut it. Either grow it or cut it. Either grow it or cut it. Okay? Either grow it or cut it. So they creep me out just a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna say everybody with those beards are creepy, but just on him per se, super creepy. Okay, all right, super creepy. And here on Checkmate, we don't have a problem with the LTBHCs. We condone happiness. We condone safety. So when it comes to the LBTHCs, we don't have a problem with them. All right. Um, just don't bring. Just don't come with the extracurricular stuff around heterosexual men who don't want the extracurricular shit. That's kind of how we do it. All right, so turns out that Adin was really trying to get Charleston White in a predicament. Why wouldn't he? I mean, this guy's like a huge fucking streamer on YouTube. I mean, Charleston White is walking content. Walking content. So it turns out, Charleston White stays a few days with him, which was a bad idea. I don't even understand that. I would like to ask the brother, yo, bro, I understand you doing some business with the guy, but 3, 4, 5 days, 3, 4, 5 days to do business, you staying the night and all this other shit. What kind of creepy shit you on? How important is that to you? Like, fame is cool and all. Some people love it, some people don't. I don't have to have fame. I just want, I want to have well being, and I also want to have a platform. Um, Sacrificing my dignity and morality, I don't think is an option. So you're spending the night with somebody who's half your age, you're hanging out with their friends, and you're bugging because they're playing around with you. They're acting like kids. They're acting like kids that their age. The fuck you doing over there, Charleston? So this one right here, I got to put on you, brother. You knew better. You went chasing the bag. You starting to. You got to slow down chasing the bag. Just put your stuff in order and let the bag just kind of just surf its way in front of you and then grab it. Chasing it ain't getting you nowhere. Now, me, Mr. Hot Sauce, myself, me, I have an extremely high amount of phone in this show. So you gotta bear with me a little bit because I'm trying to conduct business and run a show along with my partner SA. So the subject that we just talked on was Charleston White and Adin Ross, and pretty much we just came up with Charleston dropped the ball because he had no business hanging out with those dudes. He should have got, he got what he went there for. You hanging out with young dudes, you're gonna get some young boy shit. That's basically it. Who we got next? SA.
Man, you know all about Uncle Shay Shay, man. Oh my goodness.
Uncle Shay Shay. Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Shay Shay has an announcement to make. I'll make it for him because he's busy right now. Uncle Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, has just got picked up, uh, allegedly a huge mega deal. He has a huge mega deal with ESPN. He's also going to be on First Take with Stephen A. Ain't that something? Like, ain't that something? Now, when I first heard Uncle Shay Shay on Fox with Skip Bayless, dude, I was like, yo, this speech impediment that he has, I don't see how he's going to be able to get past it. I don't see how he's going to be able to get past it. And not only did he get past it, he soared like an eagle. It went from Skip Bayless being the number one guy at Fox to this guy here just taking the notoriety away. Everybody loves Uncle Shay Shay. Come on, we got to do something after two something. Everybody love Uncle Shay Shay. I guess ESPN did too. So, keep your eyes open because Shannon Sharp will be appearing on First Take with Stephen A. I'm assuming that that's just going to be the start of it. They're just probably going to use that as a litmus test. And if he does well there, I'm assuming he's probably going to have a show on ESPN. And we all know what's going to happen there. Very likable brother, um, very approachable brother. We all saw him play. We all saw him play. You know, hell, I even saw his brother play. You know, I thought he was a lot better than his brother, but his brother had a better name. Shannon Sharp, Sterling Sharp. Come on, man, Sterling Sharp. That's a fucking heck of a name. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm Sterling Sharp. Kind of sounds like a spy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you?
Sterling Sharp.
I'm Sterling Sharp. So yeah, look out for Shannon Sharp on ESPN. I'm hoping that it's a good show. The brother is a good brother. I will be tuning in and I will be supporting. Who we got next? SA.
Skip Bayless, my man. Making some moves.
Speaking of the devil, matter of fact, he kind of looks like the devil just a little bit. Oh, Skip Bayless.
Oh
Skip Bayless is actually 759 years old, and he still looks good. He still hangs in there. I mean, the guy's in shape, to be honest with you. If he pulls that blazer off, he has some guns. He works out quite often. He should be the poster boy for working out, to be honest with you. Because if you're 769 years old and you look like this, dude, what gym are you going to? Do they have any memberships? Can I get in? Now, as far as the wrinkles, we can't get rid of that. I mean, that there's no gym unless they got skin gym. If they have a skin gym, let me know. I got a few people I need to send. Skip Bayless being the first. So thing is right now, Fox is allegedly upset with Skip Bayless for putting together his new show without Shannon Sharp, of course, putting together his new show, and his new show an awful heck looks an awful lot like Stephen A's show. Same setup, guest speakers,
We've seen this before.
star speakers. Kind of looks like First Take. But here's the catch. Stephen A actually stole that setup from Skip Bayless. This man right here, yeah, Mr. 769-year-old Skip Bayless.
The king.
The thing is, Skip Bayless used to have a show called Cold Pizza. I don't know if you guys remember it, but I do. I'm a sports head. It was called Cold Pizza. And that's the first time we ever embraced debate over sports. Most of the time, it's usually two analysts up there. They've got their paperwork in front of them. And, the script is agree, 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 agree. Pitch it to the commercial. When it comes back, you agree, and then I'm going to agree with you. And we do that vice versa for the whole episode. Then we're going to show some highlights. We're going to agree on the highlights, and then we're going to go off. Next episode. When Cold Pizza came around, you had your first chance to witness two analysts disagreeing, disagreeing and having like some real opposition on television, which was kind of refreshing. So, and then they'll show some highlights, call in a few guests, some pretty ladies as guests, that's when they really got into having lady analysts, which kind of bugs me out. It kind of bugs me out. It kind of bugs me out to hear ladies, and I'm not a chauvinist, but, to hear ladies speaking on football, which they know a lot more about football than I do. Please don't get me wrong. It just kind of bugs me out. It's real interesting, real interesting. So yeah, Cold Pizza was out, and that's the design that Cold Pizza was running with. They were running with debate. They were also running with, highlights. Look at young Skip Bayless right there. He looks like he was just about 523, not quite
Yeah, he's just
769.
straight from the show.
So they were doing debates. They were doing, highlights, commentary, and being pundits. So this show really took off on ESPN. So now when Skip had his fallout, right, with ESPN and left ESPN, the show just, Stephen A's show just magically just appears, and it just looks so much like Cold Pizza. So much, Hell, if I'm not mistaken, they even brought Colin Cowherd in to run that Cold Pizza thing. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that I'm not. And Colin didn't like it, so he got out of there. He left ESPN, went to Fox, and right after him, Skip Bayless. Or the other way around. Skip Bayless went to Fox, and then Colin went right after him. Just like that. And that left ESPN wide open to fall into whose lap? Mr. Forehead himself, Stephen A. Smith, Mr. Winston-Salem State jump shot missing Stephen A. Smith. So yeah, Skip Bayless, Fox is pretty upset with him right now for basically just putting his old show back together. They need to do their research. They need to do their homework. That's basically his design. So why not let him do his original design so he can do it the way it's supposed to be done? To hear those two gentlemen say, Kobe, knock it off, Kobe. Shut up. To hear those gentlemen talk, you would think that they were the best of friends. Hell, looks like Skip needs like a Pepsi really bad right now.
Man, stop.
Something, a, a gallon of water, something really bad. But yeah, so to hear them say it, they have no problem, those two guys. But we both know competition is competition, and they both deal with sports. I'm sure they want to drive each other into the ground. Oh, Skip Bayless. Okay, SA. Let's see who we got next.
James Harden and his
We
whole
keep talking
money.
about Skip will be 700. So, latest news on our buddy James Harden. Latest news is he has called his GM, Daryl Morey, a liar. Straight up. He didn't sugarcoat it, didn't bite his tongue. Not only that, he doubled down on it, repeated it. He was over in China doing some kind of sales for his shoes, which is making him tons of money. Tons of money. James Harden is like 34 years old. We know the life expectancy, career expectancy of an NBA player right around 36, somewhere in there, 38. That's it. You're out of there by 38. Braun is the misnomer, so we can't judge it like LeBron because LeBron is the misnomer. He's the unicorn. Typically, they're out of there by about 36. He's 34.
Hey, what
So,
did what did
his
Harden
value has
recently
probably
lie about?
plummeted. But not only that, his trustworthiness, he kind of snitched. He kind of snitched because the thing is, he's been working out backdoor deals with Daryl Morey since he left Houston. He left Houston, went to a team behind Daryl Morey. I want to say Oklahoma City. No, no, no. He left Houston and went to Brooklyn, left Brooklyn and went to Philadelphia with Daryl Morey. So I'm sure Daryl Morey said, look, man, just play this year out at this, and I'm going to take care of you. The years played out. They didn't win a chip. And for some reason, Daryl Morey wasn't able to take care of James Harden. So James Harden is pissed. So he was over in, I want to say, China, promoting his shoes. And Kobe, sit down. Promoting. You guys, excuse me. Kobe likes to be on the podcast as well. We'll get him scheduled for like next week sometime, and you guys can do an interview with him. Get to know him. Get to know his pet peeves. What pisses him off. What makes him bark like that. Knock it
Oh
off.
my god.
So he called Daryl Morey a bald-faced liar and said that he would not work with any organization that employs Daryl Morey. What the fuck? Nigga, didn't he just get you $300 million? He's been lying that whole time. So now that you ain't happy with the last decision he's made or whatever, or you can't get traded again, you want to just call the man out. I feel like this. If he did a deal with you in the back door, you should have got a backdoor contract. They got the front door contracts, then they got the backdoor contracts. You should have got a backdoor contract. At least something, on a napkin,
Damn.
on some rolling paper,
Damn.
on the back of your cigarette pack. Nigga, I know you smoke, James. Stop playing, nigga. As fat as you was, you eating hot dogs and Philly cheesesteaks, smoking cigarettes and blunts, hanging out with little baby. You know you could have got that contract texted over to you or something. Dumbass.
Oh my
That's where you
god.
messed up. And then here's the thing. You from the streets, wink wink, right? Here's the thing, James. Nigga, you really snitching on my man. He ain't even came out and made a statement yet. Who gangster? Look like Daryl might be a little bit gangster to me, bro. He ain't came out and made a statement. You up here calling the man a liar. Say you won't work nowhere. You trying to get him fired. So Philadelphia, you saying you won't work nowhere where he's employed. What you think Philly like? They're like, yo, right now they're trying to weigh out who's more important. Is Darryl more important or is James more important? Who can we lose? I know you upset, brother. And that's the thing, man. Our, James Harden is a millennial. And the thing is, controlling your emotions and displaying your disdain for someone's actions can be done in multiple layers. It can be done different ways. It can be done tactfully. It could be done professionally, but still just as vicious. Positioning is everything, young man. And you have enough power and money to have positioned yourself. Now, if this is the way you felt like you needed to position yourself to get out of that deal, I understand. But you breaking a few codes. So when you go hang out with little baby and them at the club and y'all drinking and stuff, just he needs to know you broke the code. But I mean, I guess it don't matter because he breaks codes all over the place. Hell, basically, this whole these millenniums, they break codes left and right. I don't even think they know the code. So I kind of think that my generation needs a little blame for it as well because we should have kind of taught it a little more, or maybe we tried teaching it and the fucks didn't listen. They didn't want to listen. They're too emotional. They think you're yelling at them, so they get mad and want to go lock themselves in their room and cut their own wrists. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, them. Afraid to fight. Who are we fighting? You're fighting the oppressor. Who is the oppressor? Life, dumbass. Get it together. All right, who we got next? Millennials pissed me off just a little bit. I almost lost my mind for a second. I almost lost my mind. Jeez Louise.
Well, get ready to talk about this freak.
Oh my God. The reptilians have surfaced. The reptilians have
All right.
surfaced. Okay, so right now, what it looks like is King Reptilian himself, Mr. Michael Rubin. We got Michael Rubin up right now because it's all a little link. It's all a link. So James Harden was at Michael Rubin's party several weeks ago. You know the one where he was spooning little baby. Remember? Him and Kyle Kuzma had little baby in a sandwich. Yeah, I said Kyle Kuzma and Michael Rubin had little baby in a sandwich. I saw it. It's documented. So anyway, that party, the white party, where everybody felt the need to pull up. That party. James Harden was there. Not only was James Harden there, so was Joel Embiid, who is James Harden's partner, well, James Harden's teammate. Joel Embiid is the reigning MVP of the NBA from last year. Philadelphia 76ers also plays on the same team, James Harden. So basically, they're both at the party. They're both. You would think that things are going to go all good. It's the end of the year. They did pretty decent in the playoffs. They didn't win, but they did pretty decent. I think they advanced to the second round. They advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost, if I'm not mistaken. But here's the thing. Shortly after this party, a week or two later, is when James Harden comes out and says Daryl Morey's a liar. So, dude, you don't want to be in Philly? You don't want to stay in Philly? But you was just chopping it up with Embiid at the white party at the Hump Fest. We're gonna call it the Hump Fest. And another thing, why was it so many men at that party? Where were all the ladies at? I get really, really uncomfortable when it's just like too many guys, not one or two ladies. Then you start to feel weird. It starts to look weird. But hey, that's me. That's me. Um, so Michael Rubin, we all know, used to own the Philadelphia 76ers. And there's your link. Yes, former owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. That's who's hugging Joel Embiid right there, the former owner.
Mm-hmm.
So he's connected with James Harden, and he's also connected with Joel Embiid. Now, here's the thing. James Harden was just at the party with him, chilling, kicking it. You think if he still owned the team, James Harden would have just blew up the damn roof like that? Nah, this could be an order from the inside. Mr. Mike Rubin could have sent that order to cause a little disruption to the new owners. Ooh, is that a fucking soundbite? Is that clickbait, guys? I think not. I think it's just a little analysis. We're looking at Mike Rubin and Joel Embiid right here. Okay. Why do they have to hug so close? I don't understand. We're not that happy to see each other, guys. I just saw you're my fucking boss, dude. Okay, this is the last picture we're gonna hug in. If we hug again, I'm quitting. But anyway, that's Mike Rubin. Okay, so right now we're gonna take a second and give a shout out and give some time from Checkmate to, I wouldn't say honor, I'd say to adore our beauty of the week. And this week's beauty is none other than Benzino's daughter, Coi Leray. My, have she grown. My, 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 has she grown. And look how small she is. I just got a thing for little ladies like that. Call me a, you know, call me a big bruiser. I got a thing for little ladies like that. I think she's adorable. Yeah, I think she's adorable. She gets Checkmates, what we call her beauty of the week.
The dime of the day.
Checkmate's dime of the day. That's what we call it. Yes. Checkmate's dime of the day is Coi Leray. Checkmate's dime of the day is Coi Leray. Who we got next, brother?
We got just one more. This lady down in ATL.
I knew I smelled bacon. I knew I smelled bacon. Something was telling me that we were having bacon tonight. Something was telling me we was having bacon. So since we're having bacon, let's see here. Gotta grab it. Since we're having bacon, can't have bacon. Hold tight. You cannot have a slice of bacon, which that is. Let's pull that slice of bacon back up. It's just so tempting. Let's pull that ham up. Let's pull that ham because you cannot have ham, which is pork. Look at that ham.
Yeah.
You cannot have that ham. This ham right here has Puerto Rico on YSL, which, if there's laws being broken, do your job. But she just Puerto Rico on none other than former President Donald Trump. This chick right here, this right here, just Puerto Rico on former President Donald Trump. Now, I'm not getting ready to fry this bacon because you have to have something that'll wash it down. So what I did was, let's pull her out the way. I went on ahead and grabbed something that's gonna, let's move Fonny. Because right now I have to show them you have to wash it down with something that's very edible and will hydrate you. So before we fry this bacon, put the bacon up and let's turn up the heat. Excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen. This young lady here, in my opinion, Miss Fonnie Willis, has done what I would like to call performed abuse of power. Yes, we are proud of you for getting this position. You are a strong black lady. We are proud. But what you're doing, baby doll, is showing off. What you're doing is you're outweighing your britches. What you're doing is you're making a mockery of your position. You're utilizing your position and your authority as a weapon. You're politicizing your position. Now, do we have police officers or do we have politicians? We have police officers or do we have politicians? See, it somewhat sounds the same, but it can't be ran the same. I mean, right now, it looks like it's like a democratic sword. The RICO law is a democratic sword. Like, I'm not saying I'm Republican. I'm not saying I'm Democratic. I'm not saying I'm independent. I'm just saying that looks like a democratic sword that's continuously being used. It's making a mockery of the country to to prosecute a former president. You're making a mockery of the country. But this is the country that we're striving to have equality in. Why would you make a mockery of it? Yeah, some people done some fucked up shit. Donald Trump ain't like, no saint. But he's not running for saint. I didn't think he was trying to get elected to be saint, right? Another thing with Fonnie Willis. Word is allegedly that she had sexual relations or some kind of deeper relationship with Big Nut, the guy who basically who's the centerpiece of this YSL investigation, the young man who got murdered a while back. Word is that her and that young man had some kind of dealings. Now, I mean, Fonnie, you married, girl. Kind of dealings are you having, girl? Let me find out. You like a little thug. Oh, oh yeah. Come on. You see her. We see the face. You know what it is. Quit playing. I ain't gonna say a word. Real G's know what it is. I ain't gonna say nothing. But we know. Uh-huh. Power, man, power. Power, man, power. You gotta be able to utilize it in a positive, constructive way, especially in the position we all come from. Utilize it in a powerful, constructive, positive way so that it leaves room for the next. Okay? Can't put out every fire, baby. Can't put out every fire. Because we damn sure set them over this side. See, look, we set them over here. And you won't put this one out. That was this evening's broadcast. Checkmate.